Cowboy cookies. Hey there, are you looking for a new twist on a classic cookie recipe? Look no further than these delicious cowboy cookies. With oats, chocolate chips, and a hint of spice, these cookies will transport you straight to the Wild West. Follow our step-by-step tutorial and you'll be baking up a batch of these tasty treats in no time. So grab your mixing bowl and let's get started on these yummy cowboy cookies. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Cookie and today we're going to be making a batch of delicious cowboy cookies. These cookies are a fan favorite with a perfect blend of sweet and savory flavors that will have your taste buds begging for more. Let's get started. If you've never had the pleasure of trying a cowboy cookie before, you're in for a real treat. These cookies are packed with flavor and have a little bit of everything in them. They're the perfect combination of sweet and savory with a little bit of spice thrown in for good measure. So, what makes cowboy cookies so special? Well, for starters, they're loaded with all sorts of delicious ingredients. You'll find oats, chocolate chips, coconut, and nuts in every bite. But there's more to these cookies than just their amazing flavor. They're also incredibly easy to make, and you can customize them to your liking by adding in different ingredients. Do you love nuts? Feel free to throw in some pecans or walnuts. Prefer your cookies to have a little more spicy side? Add in some diced jalapenos or a sprinkle of cayenne pepper. The possibilities are endless. I don't know about you, but I'm getting really hungry just thinking about these cookies. And the best part is, you can enjoy them anytime, anywhere. Whether you're at home, at a barbecue, or out on a camping trip, cowboy cookies are the perfect treat to have on hand. So why am I in love with these cookies? It's simple. They're delicious, easy to make, and endlessly customizable. I can't think of a better cookie to satisfy my sweet tooth and give me a little bit of everything I crave. If you're a fan of delicious, unique treats, give cowboy cookies a try. You won't be disappointed. Ingredients. Before we get started, let's go over the ingredients that you'll need. 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup or 12 tablespoons of butter, softened, half a cup packed light brown sugar, 1 cup granulated sugar, 2 eggs, 1½ teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, 1½ cups of dark chocolate chips, or substitute with semi-sweet chocolate, milk chocolate, or white chocolate chips, 1½ cups of 1-minute rolled oats, 1 cup sweetened coconut flakes, 1 cup chopped pecans. Got everything you need? Great, let's get started. Method. First, we'll start by creaming together the butters and sugars in a large mixing bowl. Once they're well combined just like this, we'll add in the eggs and vanilla extract and mix until everything is well combined. In a separate bowl, we'll whisk together the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Gradually add this dry mixture into the wet mixture, and we're just going to stir it until everything is well combined. Now it's time to add in the oats, chocolate chips, and pecans. As you add in these ingredients, keep folding them into the dough until they are evenly distributed. Next, we have to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and line a baking sheet with parchment paper. We'll use a cookie scoop or spoon and drop a round spoonful of dough onto a prepared baking sheet, leaving about 2 inches of space between each cookie. The distance is important because you don't want your cookies to merge into one another. Bake the cookies for 12 to 15 minutes or until they are golden brown around the edges. These look ready to me, so I'll just remove the cookies from the oven and let them cool on the baking sheet for a few minutes before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. Okay, the cookies are on the wire rack now, let's wait for them to cool. And there you have it, a batch of delicious cowboy cookies. These cookies are perfect for satisfying your sweet tooth, and their savory flavors make them great for a snack or dessert. Whether you enjoy them with a cold glass of milk or share them with friends and family, these cookies are sure to be a hit. Honestly, these cowboy cookies are a delicious treat that is perfect for any occasion. But if you have leftovers or want to make a batch in advance, it's important to know how to store them properly. First, let's talk about how to store them if you have leftovers. The best way to do this is to store them in an airtight container. This will help to keep them fresh and prevent them from going stale. If you don't have an airtight container, you can also use a Ziploc bag. If you want to store them for a longer period of time, the freezer is the best bet. Simply wrap the cookies in plastic wrap or foil and then place them in a Ziploc bag before placing them in the freezer. When you're ready to enjoy them, simply thaw them out at room temperature or in the microwave for a few seconds. Now, let's talk about how to store cowboy cookies if you want to make a batch in advance. The best way to do this is to freeze the dough. Simply scoop the dough onto a baking sheet and place it in the freezer. Once the dough is frozen, transfer it to a zip-top bag or airtight container. When you're ready to bake the cookies, simply place the frozen dough balls onto a baking sheet and bake according to the recipe instructions. And for all those who want some flavor variations, we do have some crazy options for you. First up, we have peanut butter cowboy cookies. Simply swap out the chocolate chips for peanut butter chips and add in a cup of chopped peanuts. These cookies are perfect for peanut butter lovers and add a nice crunch to the classic cowboy cookie. Next, we have coconut lime cowboy cookies. This variation is perfect for summertime snacking. Swap out the chocolate chips for white chocolate chips and add in a cup of shredded coconut and the zest of 1 lime. These cookies are tropical and refreshing and are sure to be a hit with the whole family. For a more savory twist on cowboy cookies, try adding in a cup of diced bacon and some diced jalapenos. These bacon jalapeno cowboy cookies are spicy and salty and add a nice depth of flavor to the classic recipe. Thank you for staying with me. I really hope you enjoyed baking with me. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel on your way out. See you next time with another amazing recipe. Happy baking!